Okay.
So I'm a microfinancier. Mabuabua petty traders, especially Yama. And basically, let me say, me farming, and I'm a farming so kakra.
Okay.
And basically, that's a Sedem.
Okay, so you're a financier and a farmer.
Yeah, microfinancier
okay.
and farmer.
Okay, yeah. You know, Ola for politics, did you get someone? Were you privileged? So we were so honorable. But Sinami saw some found NDC. Why did you choose NDC of all the political parties?
Their ideology falls in line with mine.
Okay.
They are social democrats.
Yes.
They believe in the masses.
Okay.
Everybody must benefit. Everybody should at least live comfortably. And on may aligning towards the NDC because it's not just about a few who feel they have the resources to control Ghana more or less. I got attracted to that political party. Politics more is still within my microfinance business.
Okay.
Microfinance, I go to the people, call communities supported in Bana business in Kakran. So in my line of business, me develop interest because the communities I serve at the end of the year profits are I give back to society in that community. Until semi realize so school are dying is not too good. At the end of the period, whatever I get, I try to either repair something, say roof, or maybe we change a roof and make it in good condition. Say a desk, Namaton desk, they support you. So near Minyawo community, I give back.
You give back to them.
Exactly, because
society.
At the end of the year, during Christmas, people try to give around drinks and all that, but how many people can I give? So what I do is that I rather give it to the community, maybe the ABB or community, so that everybody in that community can benefit. So through that, in Kofor, it pushing me say, Papa, we own DMP and he's doing this, he's supporting us. So why don't we push them? I mean, push
you.
Gradually push neighbors. I started developing interest. And then I weighed both political parties. And I came in when my party was in opposition.
Okay.
My first contest was in 2020.
Okay.
And that was the first time I actually contested even the primaries in 2019.
Okay.
And I was successful. The free honor, I decided to give it a second try. 2020, I didn't win the elections. But we decided to say, I'll give it a second try because now mass is nowhere pushing me.
Okay.
So if you monitor the results, 2020, this current one, 9 candidates, but there was a landslide victory. So it tells you that the people still wanted to give me an opportunity. And we are trusting God this time around here. We'll pull through.
Now, were you yourself, were you actually ready for the seat?
Well, Metimiaka said, first time, no. It's I would say, politically, groundwork. I might say I wasn't too ready. Because me first one, comparing to the second one, I realized that there were two different things I did.
Okay. Would you like to share experience in the your first contest?
The first one, politics here,
yes.
Whether they are for you or not, you
not, yeah.
Because Obia feels it's an opportunity to cash in. You might not know. The experienced one can figure out those who are real and those who are fake.
Yeah.
But as a novice, I think people took advantage of me. Yes. Some you go to places and things you are even not to say, I end up saying them. With that experience, I think I'm better placed because me compared to now, I realized that difference 2020 and then 2024. I see a big difference. Right. That is why I'm sure I feel idiot.
You didn't quit actually. You're not a quitter. I don't see you to be a quitter.
No.
So you are coming in for this year's election. But based on the experience now, Luciano, how are you going to employ that this year in this year's election? I'm
sure my opponents are watching as well. Because definitely they when they hear what I'm saying, they will go back to pull strings to make sure.
You learned.
Yeah.
what you learned.
Yeah.
Then I'll present this year's election would be and
wow. I'm using it.
You are using it.
The MPP candidate is a new guy, so I'm sure he's also suffering the same thing. And Semika is like I'm giving him ammunitions to correct himself.
Okay.
And some of the things I want to keep it to myself. And I'll end up stepping on toes as well. Yes.
But yeah, share party now, the parliamentary vote party now. You look at 2004, it was the MPP right from the 2008, but for NDC and Atna. So one way or the other, maybe did you think so? Oh, I'm going to say NDC seat. So after all, when I come, I'm going to win the election.
Not really. Sometimes when a community keeps voting for one political party, and Omu feels say we have voted for you for so long, you know, they want to see tangibles. Say Omu they see it as let's move to the other side and see, because NDC, as you said, from 92, 96.
2004,
2008, so 2008, three consecutive times.
Yeah.
They lost the fourth one.
Yeah.
And then another 3 consecutive times, Yelusu 2020.
Okay.
So it might look like a pattern, but I'm sure it's a coincidence anyway. Because for 92, 96, 2000, 2004 in Yelusu, then we had 2008, 2012, 2016, and then 2020 we lost it.
Okay.
So it's like when we get it 3 times, MPP gets it once.
Okay.
And the current MP campaign and he said, "What about my NDCs? What are you seeing in the constituency?
Okay.
Let's try MPP to NC." Okay. So people bought into the idea. Unfortunately, on also Lusu primaries, just after one term. Yes, quite very interesting.
Primaries for the 2020, not over Honor.
Yeah.
And then it took what did it actually take for you to too late at the end of the
Okay, so that's 2020. Or no by 2 terms.
Yes.
Or by 2008 and 2012 and 2016.
Okay.
Well, now I was a branch executive, and there was a bit of a complaint. Said they don't see him, he doesn't engage the community, they don't see him. As at the time I pushed neighbor, no, I felt like, well, the things we were complaining about, because me as a branch executive, me had done quite some work in my constituency in terms of support. Across the constituency, we supported every electoral area, and in Konya, where they should meet and have meetings. So people felt that if this gentleman who has not even got into this position and is doing this to support the party, why not give him a chance?
Okay.
Well, the results for me was quite interesting. Although my inner feelings told me I was going to win. And grounds, because I kept engaging them. And the feedback I was getting was positive. I wasn't surprised I won. But the margin actually surprised me, because we were 6 candidates.
Yeah.
Almost 5, when they added up their votes. Now, it didn't add up to mine. 2024, last prime minister, so the same thing, we were 9. 8, when they add up their votes, it didn't add up to my votes. I realized that the constituents wanted a change.
Okay.
And I felt that they have some trust in me. Because to have such a landslide victory, it wasn't that common. Okay. Especially with 8 candidates.
Yeah.
Yes, with 8 candidates adding up their votes and not adding up to my vote as an individual.
Okay.
It was quite interesting. I don't know what magic I performed, but I feel that people want to be engaged. People want to feel that they are being involved in community activities. Okay. If you keep involving the community, I'm sure day in day out they want to retain you.
Right.
As
right. But I wanted to shift this question to the latter part, but let me bring one question. Amasaman has said, we do have meeting common, and what some people say is that you are privileged to contest for the parliamentary seat. When you were talking, you made mention that one executive that in the party here in Amasaman constituency.
Yeah.
Can you tell us positions and was it a privilege as a financier and as the parliamentary candidate?
I won't say it's a privilege.
Okay.
Because why Ejuma as branch secretary. Now I was a branch secretary. I went for the branch secretary elections again and lost.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
I was a branch secretary. I was a ward secretary. When I was going for the same position again, Milusuye. And that pushed me to go and contest at the constituency level.
Okay.
Into my executive for branch there, my executive for ward level, and then constituency.
Okay.
So as at the time I'm here constituency executive member, no, when the forms came out for primaries, I resigned.
Okay.
And I picked up the forms.
Okay.
Into my survey party, no,
party.
at the grassroots level.
Okay.
So I don't see why somebody will call this a privilege.
That's why person will clear the air.
I don't see why somebody will say
this one.
it's a privilege. Me survey party, no, at the grassroots level.
Okay.
I paid my quota to the party.
Okay.
If I should say, I deserve to be where I am.
Okay. Okay. And then, Okase, you are involving the people in Amasaman and engaging them and all of that. It brings me to the question, Oko grounds in Oswa, what are the key issues Amasaman constituency?
First and foremost, your roads. The road network in this constituency is very bad. And
Okay.
I mean, you know, say, over the years, no, population now has gone up.
Okay.
And for me, I believe we see school down back home, and why a census, and the census is telling you that your figure has doubled. It tells you that now you need 2 classrooms.
Okay.
It is class 1 now in 50 a. When the population doubles, it tells you that class 1 now you'll be having 100 kids. So you make provision for it. It is existing roads now, the more vehicles that plow the road, the more pressure that will come on the road. You need to start constructing more roads.
Okay.
If feeder roads are, you should think of now having drains and then tarring the road.
Okay.
You see, but according to over the years, no, we've not seen any of these. You see, your roads in here. You see, where I live, it be a pipe once in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So if you don't store water, you understand?
Okay.
Electricity, some communities still don't have meters.
In Amasaman.
In Amasaman, shift system is still running. In 2019, we renovated Chiefs compound in a community called Don Sampama. He actually called me to discuss that with me. They had to shut down the whole Chiefs compound. And I felt so bad because 2020 there was COVID. So the Obia Yarena will have to go to the district hospital or the municipal hospital we have, which is Amasaman. Then what you are telling us to keep distances among ourselves because of COVID. Now we are all going to the same hospital. Then what you are preaching, we are not practicing it.
Okay.
Into Emami renovate that particular chiefs company so that those who live around that enclave, they will go for medical treatments in that community.
Okay.
A community called Kojoashon, almost trauma, they have a similar problem.
Okay.
But has invaded the whole ceiling. And droppings, is so strong every youth now is riding on Okada.
Okay.
Because that is the immediate thing they can think of.
Okay.
Yes. And that is why JM is talking about the 24-hour economic policy.
I'll come to
and
that.
I think Ghanaians will have to embrace that.
I'll come to that. But road network, electricity, water, hospitals, and all of that. There was time NDC Namoteso.
I knew this question would come. So when I was speaking, I keep referring to our population. You understand? Now we are just about 20. I don't think government will want to bring that kind of development here because they endorse.
Okay.
And if I am government and I want to construct a road and tie it to a community, I'm also looking at what I'm getting back from the community. You understand? At that time when the population was not that big, maybe time my parents the road was constructed. It was actually tarred. Yes, not the main road, my inner road.
Okay.
You know, the Ghana etc. teachers here. Into that time now PNT was working. From the main road junction to where the satellite was, Equine was started. But because there was pressure on the road, Equine said,
Okay.
2016, they started constructing it again. That is how come you can see. But as we are speaking, there are a lot of potholes on the road.
Okay.
It's the population, you know.
Okay.
There need to be
Not
development to match the population. Exactly.
Okay.
So as at the time at NDC, our voter population at that time, 2016, was about 78,000. To say 162. So as population is growing, government need to match the population growth with development.
Okay. All right. So, Abisha, yeah, so any honorable Sedem Afenyo Edin Komo Amasaman constituency. So, no, Sedem as parliamentary candidate Edinburgh Amasaman constituency this year's 2024 elections. This is still election 2024 on faculty television. You try on Yebape Edin Komo no Ebetuamso. Right, you're welcome back. This is still Faculty Morning show on Faculty Television. And Master say, you better try and come on also with our parliamentary candidate Amasaman constituency. You can also share your thoughts and comment what your Facebook platform so and as a number na itrebo TV screens and say any information, suggestions, comments you have saw them honorable Diano, you can send it through that. Now I can kind of I'm give you feature I can call up on and come on. So now you are telling us population and a better the extent of development was said but now to say no over as parliamentary candidate now and you're too far back you get a chance to be an MP for Amasaman constituency. Why you be paying and I will be then I would be say.
Well, I need to meet the needs of my people.
Okay.
As I'm saying, your road network.
Okay.
Health infrastructure.
Okay.
Educational infrastructure.
Okay.
And then
but only project via what track to hold and say definitely like the flagship 24 economy NDC 4K it be Amasaman so some will be obabeya.
You know, health sector.
Yes.
The 24-hour economy. It's just about running whatever you have existing 24 hours.
Okay.
We don't need to build new infrastructure. There are existing ones. What we need to do is to support them financially to be able to expand, to be able to run 24 hours. Inti, Mimi say, here I sit. Hospitals is more of importance to me because there's nothing you can do. If you look at the communities, one, because road having access to Amasaman is difficult. Road, I can't say today, say we can tar all the roads in this constituency. Okay. Actually, it is even not the work of the MP to be tarring roads. Yes. But it is my responsibility to make that noise and push the appropriate authorities to make sure that these things are done.
Okay.
You understand me? I can lure investors to come and build factories here and there. I can attract companies to move into my constituency to put up structures that will create employment for my people. But for me, it is not about a specific thing.
Okay.
We need all this. And I see this as basic amenities. Every community should have. Road, electricity, healthcare, education.
Because during the manifesto launch, the former president Mahama said, and then the first 120 days was stipulating do you have such a thing like that with you?
I was listening to an FM station this morning.
Okay.
And then the host was saying, or feel media phone so mokahuna candidates keep promising things they cannot do.
I'm not saying promise.
I'm coming to something. I'm not going to give myself 100 days, 50 days, 10 days.
Okay.
I have been elected to come and work.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
The constituents, how do you say that in Tree? The opportunity to come and lead them. Exactly. So whether it's 1 day, whether it's 2 days, whether it's 3 days, this is where I live. I know what my problems are. I stand to benefit.
So are you trying to say that former President Mahama said
no, I'm not saying that. No.
I say Ghana for man the pressure.
That is not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh no, he's been there before.
Okay.
Why president there? Okay. So when he's giving 120 days, he knows what he's talking about because he's been there. He's been vice, he's been MP, he's been minister, he's been president. He's speaking based on experience. Okay. So I can't sit here and give 10 days, 5 days, 2 days. I know I have been elected to come and work.
Okay.
Minyendi MP. I have lobbied for a 3-unit classroom block to be built. We are the roof level.
Okay.
I be roof. DMP. So if I can do all this whilst I'm not there, what if I get there?
Okay.
I don't have to give myself days of time. Because also when I win as an MP, I'll renovate a chips compound. Mainly. But I went back to fix it because I had told the people that when I come, and I'm doing it sometimes not because of the political thing, but who feel say, oh, this community, they need this thing. Instead of sharing that money for people to vote for me, I guess I'll have to leave a legacy in that community. And you see, when you go to such communities, oh, this is the man who came to renovate our chips compound. That alone is enough for me. In Tiseminyan DMP, and I've been able to do these things. I've provided classroom desk for schools. I have re-roofed. As I'm speaking to you, I'm supposed to finish by next week because school will be reopening soon. The government school. Yeah. I have to finish. It's almost about 60% done. I have to finish before school reopens. These are things that a lot of the communities need. It's unfortunate I didn't bring my file here. Let us have many free schools for re-roofing and also a lot. The schools are struggling. And I said, only transportation someone can believe in my idea.
Because you want them to come. That's why you give them the money.
Yes,
so
because
is that not vote by?
No. When I go to the community and they tell me, oh, Pierre, what you've given to us, you've done so well, and we think you should have the opportunity to vote. You should have the opportunity to lead the constituency. But you look at the condition the person is living in, and you realize that this person, when I leave him to come on his own, so what can you do? Sometimes we rent vehicles. Okay. But look at how big Amasaman constituency is. Yeah. It's the third largest constituency in Ghana. The roads are not good. And then someone will get up because Sedem has come to tell me a very beautiful story. Mami say Misika and then pick a car. Some of these people are unemployed. Okay. Some of these people are petty traders. Some of these people are farmers. Inti kakra winyano on farm for car to come and vote for you because you told a very beautiful story. I might not do it. Inti to aid the person to come and vote. Why not? A little support.
Okay.
Sometimes we don't even do it. We have people who are
genuinely
supporting here and there. Somebody even within the community says, oh, let me give the people transport on your behalf, 50-50, so that they can come and vote. People even rent a vehicle and then transport all the people to come to the place and vote. For me, I've not bought votes before. It's
about contributing all these things are coming out to the hardship in the country now.
Exactly.
That is the reason you have to give them transport.
Exactly.
But that's not how it should be.
Exactly.
Okay.
You see, before we used to decentralize the voting pattern. So ballot papers and ballot boxes are taken to almost all electoral areas. So every electoral area there's a voting center. But it was becoming too expensive. You understand? The party will have to spend so much money to actually get easy workers to go all around the country. Like the general elections. So we decided that, look, why not transport the people to a specific location? Give them TNT. Then it makes the work easier for all of us. So the people you have to employ to conduct the elections, the numbers will be few, just a few of them at one specific location. Now be about. Even with this, the last time I have about 2,700 delegates. Abana too, you know. Nipa 2,100 and something penny at all. About 600 did not come to vote. Okay. You understand? Even with what you claim is vote buying, they didn't come.
What I claim?
Yes, because I don't buy votes, so I don't know how that works. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, with the issue of the 24-hour economy, say, Amasaman has said, you know, the health sector and I'm about tackle, right?
No, not. I was using the health sector.
Okay. Into the 24-hour economy, you know, should they vote for you?
Yeah.
Now by NPR, how are you going to implement the 24-hour economy here in Amasaman?
Okay. You see, young Papa GM or 24-hour economy, his focus was not about the public sector alone. He spoke about health, the private sector too. So the private sector can get some form of funding to expand their business. They can run 24 hours.
Yeah.
We have Voltic just close by me here.
Yeah.
We have Rush, the Trillium company.
Trillium.
They are even running
24 hours.
the shift system.
Okay.
Perhaps when we support them, they can expand and employ more people.
Yeah. Here in Amasaman.
Exactly.
Okay.
You understand? As a simple baby, and extend the infrastructure to that side. My happiness with the 24-hour community is that in Africa we are not used to working at night. Me too, when I was given my first shift to work at night, I didn't like it at all because it was like punishments to me. We are not used to it. I was always sleeping. But after some time, I got used to. And you see, this is a factory, but you see people going from 6 to 2 o'clock, from 2 to 10, and then people go from 10 at night to the next morning. Into existing private factories now, we could help them expand whilst we are trying to build the government ones. The private ones that are already in the system could be assisted to work. Because the more people you employ, we all pay PAYE. Is that not it? So is that not more tax for government? And these taxes will go in fixing your own roads. So it's like we are going to fix our own roads ourselves. Because you can end up supporting government with your taxes. You hand over power. It's not necessary. When the time comes, we will see.
Okay.
Bernard Champo has said aside, one of my party communicators asked him that with all these investments you've made and you don't want to hand over power, then be sure of losing all this investment, because when the country is plunged into chaos, who will suffer most? Mansions now, and I'm living in an Atakpami house. If there's chaos, who is losing? I have nothing to carry from my house. With my little bag at my back, I'm gone.
Okay.
Oh, I want to invest so much in infrastructure and kasiye. When there is confusion, who stands to suffer most? For the power, we've heard some of this over and over and over again. When the time comes, we will see. When the ballot is counted, we have seen a landslide victory, and you tell me you don't hand over power, we will see. And sometimes, you see, when the community is fighting you, let's imagine, say, you're a polling station, and there is an armed policeman or an armed military man who is trying to misbehave, and the whole community is coming after you. With your weapon, you can't even do anything, because so if majority of Ghanaians speak, who is MPP to say they will not hand over power?
Okay.
Even Rawlings, the famous flight lieutenant, handed over power. You understand? When the time comes and the wind is blowing, they can see the wind blowing. That is why they've started making this. And my national chairman says we are not going to sign a peace, whatever, because issues have happened, and we are expecting Peace Council to do better, but they didn't. Until when you are coming to tell me to come and sign something to show that we are all going to have it, yes, for the peace, we are not going to create chaos. But when the time comes, you have to hand over power, and you refuse to hand over power. I go on it from. So won't talk much.
It's more the best me and I say Oma and to somewhere to save your movie. That would be seen. I just want to get the picture clear.
Ghanaians will fight for what belongs to them.
Ghanaians,
of course,
not the NDC.
NDC supporters, not Ghanaians.
MPP supporters are equally Ghanaians.
Floating voters are Ghanaians. Yes, those who have not decided who to vote for are equally Ghanaians. Yes. The Ghanaians that are suffering are equally Ghanaians. Some years back, Ghanaians are suffering, tailors are suffering, teachers are suffering. And that was before the 2016 elections. And Ghanaians felt they were suffering. So what happened? They voted. A majority of them decided. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama handed over power. A lot of them have regretted. The same Ghanaians who voted against the NDC will do same against the MPP.
All right, we are still live on Faculty Television. This is still our election 2024 conversation with parliamentary candidate for the Amasaman Constituency, the NDC, and for that matter, Honorable Sedem Afenyo. Honorable, back to the constituency. To say, MPP among you, Etiso, Honorable FIFA.
Yeah.
Are you impressed with the Senate we see a handle constituency so far?
I guess this question should be thrown to their own.
No,
party
I want
members.
to ask you.
Well,
Maybe you've seen some loopholes there you want to address should you get the opportunity to become the MP.
I will say I'm not impressed looking at the promises he made. You see, when you promise so much and you don't deliver, or you even deliver 20%, people don't see it.
Okay.
Just like how his bosses promised 1 district, 1 factory, 1 village, 1 dam, 1 constituency, $1 million. He also followed suit.
Okay.
He did the same thing.
He promised the same thing.
I mean, his promises all over. Fantastic promises.
Okay.
I will do this, I will do that. When I come, I will do this. And after 4 years, his own people voted against him. Why did they vote against him? Because he didn't deliver. Things he promised on one in for. When you listen to them, I chat with a couple of them and they are saying, no, campaign is expensive. So as a first timer, I know that he will struggle.
Yeah.
He will think of also taking care of the debts he's incurred during the previous election. He wouldn't have that freedom to actually do what he wants to do. I just mentioned here, say, MP, I don't fix roads.
Yeah.
I can only advocate.
Yeah.
And when I go out there, I let the people know. And you see, sometimes, we get so carried away, say, things you're not even supposed to say, you end up saying them. If that is not your job, don't say it. Let them know that it's the work of the MC. Now, the MP, you make sure that the MC does what he's supposed to do. And central government, baby, or you lobby for someone to come and support, fix some of these problems for them. But when you promise so much and you deliver a little, when the time comes, you end up shooting yourself in your own foot. I feel bad for him anyway, because as a first timer, I know, say he was willing, say he can do more for his people, but unfortunately he wasn't able to deliver. He wasn't able to deliver, and it came to me as a bit of a surprise when I heard he lost the primaries.
Okay.
A surprise me, Kakra.
Okay.
Because comparing him to the current one, I thought he was a better candidate than him.
Why?
Oh, I mean, the Parliament, no. We how do I say it in Chi? We deal with books and
yes.
It's a house of records.
Yes.
That is where laws are passed.
Yes.
And he say Obi who cannot express himself very well in the English language want to mean kinkai and all that. It's better for me to say he is better placed than.
So you're saying that they're all running for the MPP parliamentary seat, you know?
Yeah.
On your abreast with,
I've engaged him a couple of times.
Reading and writing.
I've engaged him a couple of times.
Okay.
And I've engaged Honorable Efrifa a couple of times.
Okay.
And I can say without any fear or favor, say, when it comes to anyway, let's leave it there.
When it comes to what?
All I will say is he is better placed than this gentleman.
When it comes to what exactly? He's not vocal.
For vocal, everybody speaks. We all speak.
Okay, he's not a good communicator.
Exactly. Aside that, there's a video that circulated around for some 2 or 3 weeks past back, and he was engaging the Ajinkotoku Senior High Kids students, and I was wondering what he was trying to say, because he starts a sentence and it doesn't end, and then so it was actually difficult for me to adapt what he was trying to say or to get what he was trying to say. So looking at it from that angle, I feel and if there's no two ways about it. So long as you've been there before, the experience will. And that is why JM is saying vote experience, because he has been there before. I'm using that to actually say what I'm saying, because Efrifa has been there before, if nothing at all. He's been MP for 3 years, getting to 4 years. Into experience at that level, and this gentleman's experience. I feel he's better placed than this gentleman. Yes.
If that is so within their party, then definitely he's not a match for you, is he?
Well, that one is for the delegates to decide.
By yourself?
Oh, for me?
Yes.
I see myself better placed than he is. Yes. And I know the delegates who... Ghana heading. It gets to a time where, yes, you can come and tell all the beautiful stories.
Okay.
But if your party is given the opportunity, you see, I'm an individual, but I represent a political party. You understand me? When I'm in power and my party is in power, I'm going to push my party's agenda. You understand? So, if Ghanaians are suffering under this current NPP government, there is no way Ghanaians will say, oh, the central government has not performed, but this one, they want me to vote for him, he will perform. Because he can only perform when his central government is performing. You understand? And I know if we've suffered from that.
Okay.
Because if we have poor road network here, we don't have water and all that, it is not his work as an MP to come and construct. It be another cancer. But you understand? Government is not actually releasing the resources to do what he has to do here. Unfortunately, MC, so even if he doesn't come to do it, you, the MP who goes around to campaign, you are the one who will suffer it, because you are forced to say, when I come, I'll do A, B, C, D for you. Meanwhile, you know it's not your job. But because it is your government, you have to say something to cover up for your government. Okay. And that is what he suffered. So for this one, what's his name? Kasim. Yes, I don't think he especially looking at the track record of what Honorable Efrifa did, per the promises he gave out, and then what he delivered. It's the same political party. It's the same political party. Okay. If he's coming on the same ticket, then he's going to suffer that. And this is a case where I have been there once before. My track record in the constituency shows. My school buildings I'm putting up, classroom desks I've given to schools, schools and renovation works I've done. Okay. Yes. Drains I've constructed, reshaping of roads, school fees I have paid for people, hospital bills I have paid for people. I mean, he has just come in for how many months now? Maybe 6 months, 7 months. Okay. Some of us, we've been in here supporting the community for so long. So he should come and taste how defeat feels like.
Have you launched more campaign?
Maybe.
Okay.
We just launched the national one not too long ago. The national one, okay. So the region will launch their campaign and then
their constituency will launch. Okay. So how are you going to get the youth together to share your vision for 2024?
We've even started. I go to them in the communities to interact already. With them. Yes, okay. I go there, and their main concern is jobs. Jobs. You see, we all have residents associations where we live. Yeah. If everybody is employed and we are all okay, and we need to even do something about roads. It's easy for everybody to contribute something small to get it done. You understand? But in a case where what you even eat is difficult, will you be ready to pay money for your road to be reshaped? Oh, yeah. Before we left power, the assembly had a grader, government grader in the assembly. If your roads are not good, we all contributed here before to fuel it, for it to come and reshape our roads for us. Unfortunately, when these people came, they auctioned it. So for the past 8 years, we don't have it. So if you need to reshape, then you guys have to contribute and rent a grader to come and do it for you. And that is quite expensive. So Ebanisa, we all pretend as if we don't see it. Once a while, when I get something, I do the one in my neighborhood. You understand? And some people will say, oh, let me support you with this and let me support you with that. But aside that, our pockets have too many holes in them. So even if money goes into it, you don't see the money again. Okay.
Now, back to the, Rebecca said that it's a controversial one, but as I was coming, as I said earlier, I don't know, I made a question back. So the last one I want to ask, maybe you want to clear the air on that, is that you are not receptive.
Really?
Yes. And what the case is, you don't even wave at them.
Well,
that's what some people are saying here.
Well, I don't know who and who is saying that. Okay. I don't know who and who is saying that.
They actually admire you.
But our roads are dusty. You understand? You use the same road whilst we are coming. There's construction ongoing. So in the dust, if I'm privileged to have a car with AC in it, and road construction is going
AC.
on. No, and the dust is flying around. Definitely, yes. I mean, it's not good to inhale dust.
Yeah.
Those who sell by the roadside, I feel bad for them.
Okay.
You understand? But is it not the same road I walk on for door-to-door campaign? You understand? When I'm going for a meeting and I'm just dressed and I'm going out somewhere. I mean, but I spoke about community engagement. People, we should learn to engage our people. Yes. Those who follow me for door-to-door campaign, they say it. I park my vehicle and I walk. Engage the people. So if they are saying my glasses are rolled up, and you see the interesting thing is that any party car they see, it assumes that I'm the one sitting in the vehicle.
It's honorable no?
Exactly, because the vehicle is branded.
Okay.
And we have about 5 or 6 pickups that are branded. They all look alike. So immediately they see a Nissan hard body, which I drive, then he's the one going.
Okay.
I might not be the one.
Okay.
But in my community, my glasses are rolled down. I wave at people. Where I have to stop, I stop. I mean, I have lived here for 37 years, so what is there to hide? I've played football on the local pitch here so many times. I mean, I hang around with the boys so many times. We go for Don Trotting and Jama section. So why will I roll down? Roll out my glass.
Maybe they want you to roll it down so that you say hi.
Oh, for the hi, yeah, we say it all the time.
Okay.
Oh, we say it all the time. If once or twice, maybe it's raining or it's drizzling or there's so much dust and I roll up, it doesn't mean that and you see, some of the time too, the opponent will say things that are not. Yes, because you can speak to 2 or 3 people. Somebody says, oh, Charlie, the guy is a nice man. Somebody says, oh, he's not nice. You understand? So Jesus Christ, he had people who were speaking ill about him. Is that not it?
Yeah.
There are people who definitely not vote for me, no matter what I do to them. No matter what I give to them, they will not vote for me.
Okay.
No matter what story I tell them, they will not vote for me. And such people can go about saying all this. But to be very frank, I am very accommodating. I am very free.
Okay.
I am very open to everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone who has been a microfinancer and still a microfinancer. Microfinance, we enter the market and engage the people.
Yes.
So if someone says I'm not receptive, I don't think
you don't agree with the person.
I will not agree with the person.
Right. We are going to the polls. I'll give you the chance for you to send a message to Amasaman constituents watching us today. But before that, I want you to give us 5 key words as a Obey MP and Obey MP call. Honorable Sedem, for the moment you're bonidia, we have these 5 key words in mind that Obia able to me about Honorable Sedem Afenyo. What are the 5 key words that Unyayanka Esiho Yebodia Nasanya Manaba?
When I go around to campaign,
yes,
I keep referring to people like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay.
I refer to people like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Okay. Because
immediately you mention it, their names come up automatically.
Okay.
Rich Hospital,
yeah,
no one will tell you. University of Ghana Medical Hospital, no one will tell you.
Yeah.
Dubai, that's the circle interchange.
Yeah.
And I think where I have gotten to in life, I don't think I'm doing this because of what I will eat. You understand? At least Nyankopon ushra me kakra.
Yeah.
Nia me ne me mbane me rebedi die. I will get it. I want my kids to grow up one day. So your dad actually did that project sitting down.
You want to leave a legacy.
Exactly. You see, the projects I have done in this constituency, my wife even contributes to it.
Okay.
Yes, because we feel that it's gotten to a stage in our lives where we have to give back to society. How many companies will make profit and then say, oh, because I made the profit from this community, let me give back to them.
Okay.
I get happy when I go to the Kutun say government school because I enter the classroom and I see classroom desks with my name on it. It excites me. I visit a chips compound in the community and you can see a placard on the building. Oh, this building was renovated and handed over by Honorable so-and-so. I feel happy when I see things like that. So I keep telling my constituents that I will surely leave legacies that so many years to come, my name will be mentioned. The community I'm building, the 3-unit classroom block. There's a structure there. They call it the Atukuyama building. Why? Because the MP then, Honorable Atukuyama, he built it. So whenever you go there and they want to refer to that building, his name is mentioned. And I know when mine is completed and is handed over, some years to come, my name will be mentioned. And this is what I want to have across the constituency. See, I see it to be a blessing. We are, apart from the name that is given to you, it comes with blessings because people benefit. And so long as they keep saying Nakupon Shao, Nakupon Shao, Nakupon Shao, it comes with blessings. I can assure you that if I become their next MP, they wouldn't want me to leave.
Okay.
Yes. I'll sit on set with you one day.
Okay.
And you confirm
I hope
that.
so.
Yes.
I hope so. So when we mention Honorable Sedem, and then I say about leaving a legacy.
Of course. Of course.
Okay.
Legacies. It can be health infrastructure, it can be schools, it can be factories, it can be whatever. But there will be something they will always refer to and so Papa no Oba no Oba say, me say. And I'm hoping that it will not be the government sponsored one.
Okay.
It will be my own sponsored one. Yes.
Your own. Before you send the message, your constructed road, I say, and speaking to your communicators, maybe much you're compensating or more road network and construction account.
It's
how true is that?
As for this compensation thing, number of people who have trooped into my house, I even have to give people money to relocate. Because when you have demolished somebody's sleeping place, where do you expect the person to sleep? Where do you expect? I have to actually support people with blocks, cement blocks and cement to try and do something small. Especially when you get to the Amasaman, Goku, they call that place Goku, before you get to the police station.
Okay.
On your right-hand side.
Okay.
I think when you're coming, my signboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody in the door should be brave.
Yes, but that one is just when you are entering the constituency, it's just by the roadside.
Okay.
That community, a lot of people were displaced. And as I speak to you, no compensation.
Okay.
I hear some people were compensated long ago. I hear some landowners were compensated before they sold out the land. But my issue is that you know the road will get through that side. When they were putting up the structure, nothing was done about it. You allow them to build as if they will say ignorance of the law is no excuse. But we are dealing with people who are illiterate. You understand? People who are semi-educated. Sometimes we don't have to sit and let them spend so much and then tomorrow you tell them that this place compensation has been paid already, so we can just clear you. We are all Ghanaians. You understand? So sometimes when things have been done, I feel bad for a lot of these people because they struggle so much to get money to put up a single room. Then within 2-3 hours, it's pulled down because road. I'm not saying the road shouldn't be constructed, but you see, even if you had engaged them to tell them that this and this and that and that, I hear the road construction delayed a little because there were a lot of court issues. If the right thing was to be done, this road was promised to be completed somewhere in June. I don't think it's 50% complete with what I see. You understand? If the right thing is done from the onset, I'm sure by now the road has been would have been completed, and that is what we are all suffering from. Now, if you have to travel to Accra, instead of 30 minutes, 2 hours, we are still on the road. So for the compensation thing, is very true. A lot of people have not been compensated. People died out of this, out of shock. There's a man who lives down here. He told me he has to relocate because his house was affected and half of the building is gone. He has to come and rent a single room with his wife and kids here. So if the right authorities are listening to me, they should do something about it because it's pathetic.
Right.
People are still in shock for where they are living now. Yes.
Right. So. Right. And then this Afenyo and Komono yadebeba na wie na answer na ebe sorry and Komono so no honorable the key message ma Amasaman titru for our mo hwe interview ya no pay intino say wo hwe interview ne dia but modern say dear parliamentary candidate for Amasaman constituency Oba King ebe convince na nyame ya adoma 7 December ekoto aba uhuni foni pe on the spectacles don't jump to hold foni pe na say what abano edi amount honorable send your message to Amasaman constituency for mo hey our faculty mo ni show no eso
yo ya demo say me say Ghana there we only have one Ghana and our hope say before, during and after elections, we want peace, the passenger. We want peace. And I know there will be peace. So I'll urge every Ghanaian and say, let's go into these polls peacefully. Obi Ankotuaba for the NDC. Honorable Sedem Afenyo and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Because currently we have no option apart from these two names I've mentioned. Inti Obi Ambo Modena 7 December Anopa. Sorry in Tema when your TV anum. Now Akotuaba. You police the ballot box. If you want to eat lunch, you go back home and eat lunch and come back. Because election way is a destiny decider for this country. Inti Mumayan Tuabapa. Some years back, I say she was sitting in Netuaba. Today, I'm telling you, she was sitting in Netuaba. Netuma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Netumsoma Sedem Afenyo. And I can assure you that your votes will not be a waste. Because a Juma Eba Bono. Ghana better than Abuchi. That's what I can assure all of you. Inti, first of all, let's have a peaceful election. And then you vote for the right candidates. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Sedem Afenyo. And Ghana will be a better place.
Right. Yes, that's thank you very much for your time, Honorable. But after the chipping Kakai, family, are they comfortable with you running for?
Well, from the onset, it was a bit of a mixed feeling. You know, women especially. My mom was not too, as mothers, especially when I lost the first election. Yes. She told me, "Hey, my son, look, why are you worrying yourself?" And I said, "Oh, you see, sometimes." You don't have to be selfish. You don't think of yourself alone. Okay. Because I can see those who followed me, hoping so he will pull through and then we'll also get something to do. Unfortunately, they are still there unemployed. So you can't just leave them like that. Okay. So, especially when the people are calling you to come back. And see, it was a mixed feeling, but now they are comfortable. Yes. And they are all pushing for the right thing to be done so that this time around things will happen.
Right.
So
thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to have a discussion with you on Faculty Television. I had a interview, ABC. We have a myriad of issues that we could discuss with parliamentary candidate, but thank you very much for joining us. Parliamentary candidate we call December post na say the policies ni swadi huno Amasaman na uhune ni mu na odia team so Amasaman Afenyo within the future